let me ask you a question. How does your relationship with stress look like? Stress and I have had a love and hate relationship for a long time. Let me explain. I'm someone who cares a lot about things. There's two types of people in the world. There's people who live carefree, they have no worry in the world, unfazed, care zero about anything, zero fucks given. I am not one of those people. I am someone who cares or gives importance to a lot of things, a lot of details that the normal or typical person doesn't. I think that's helped me achieve a lot of success in my life, but it's also cost me a lot of self-imposed stress, which is not necessarily bad, but in cases where I've not been able to manage it properly, it has not been such a good thing. Now, recently, I had a conversation with my mentor about stress, about handling stress essentially in day-to-day life, just in general, work, life, self-imposed stress, actual external stress, etc. And he summed up his advice in just one sentence, which essentially was just chill. Literally, that was it. And it took me back to a time when I had just started working my first corporate job at Texas Instruments, where the manager, my manager at that time, was, I would say, probably the most calm, cool, and collected person I had ever met in my entire life. I was in meetings, team meetings, where other senior members of the group would start yelling and crying sometimes, and he would stand there just completely unfazed, relaxed, indifferent. And I remember, because that was my first year, I had a lot of one-to-ones with him, like pretty much twice a week. And I asked him during one of those meetings, essentially like, how do you do this, bro? Because it's like, I've always found it challenging to manage stress because I easily put a lot of pressure on myself. And I was just like, wow, this guy just doesn't do that at all. And the answer was really simple. He just straight up said that stress is a choice, and that at a point in his life, he just made the choice to not get stressed over dumb shit, basically. Now, that's something that as I've grown older, I have taken into account and implemented, of course, not successfully 100% of the time, because there's still times where I let stress get out of control, essentially, but it's really my own fault. There's no reason to be that stressed. But like I said, stress is good because it forces action. At least for me, it does. If I reframe it in a way where stress is good, stress means that I'm doing something constructive, productive, I'm moving towards something, and that I care about the result, then yes, I see it as a good thing. But I'm going to give you an example of how truly powerful your mind is, and your perception of stress or external factors can contribute to how much or how little stress you actually feel. And it's something that happened to me quite recently. I was waiting for a bank transfer of a significant amount of money, enough to where it would cause me stress. Now, during the period where I was waiting for the transfer, it kept getting delayed. It was supposed to arrive midway through April, and it hadn't arrived yet. And the whole time that every day I religiously checked my accounts and I looked to see if the bank transfer hit, I was reminding myself to stay calm, to stay chill. It's like, okay, don't worry about it. Just move on to the next day, wait till the next day, carry on whatever tasks I needed to do for the day, and then I'll check back again tomorrow. And I kept repeating this to myself for a good 2 weeks. But it came to a point where I'm like, shit, where the fuck is my money? I need my money now. And I decided to just, hey, I'm gonna call the bank because it's been too long. This money should have been here by now. And I called the bank. I am a bit angry, let's say, or I'm just desperate because I'm trying to get a hold of someone. It's the fucking automated voice assistant that responds. I hate dealing with that shit, even though I'm pro technology and all that, but I hate when I need to fix or solve something immediately. I want to talk to someone. But anyways, I go through the whole process, finally get to talk to a service rep. And as I'm explaining my situation, this was very first week of May for context. So money was supposed to hit mid-April, first week of May. So about 2.5 weeks. Talking to the service rep, and I'm going through like, hey, I have this transfer pending. This is X amount. Here's the transfer number, reference number. Can you check, please? Because I was supposed to receive this money and I've never got it. I'm a bit angry, like I said. And when the service rep is just like going through all my transactions, going through my statement, she said, oh, but you did receive the money. And I'm like, what do you mean? Yes, you received it April 16th to this account. I have multiple accounts, and it turns out that the money was actually sent to a different account. And this whole time I was looking or checking to see if the money arrived at, let's say, the main account, but it actually got sent to the secondary account, and I never checked that specific secondary account for whatever reason, a Wise account, to be specific. And I never bothered to check that fucking Wise account. And it turns out the money had been sitting there all that time, all the 2 weeks. And immediately all my stress my stress and my anger completely dissipated, because it was just like a fucking slap in the face that, oh shit, so all this stress or this inner battle of I'm stressed, don't get stressed, stay calm, chill, but it's been too long, where's the money? Just like that tug of war inside myself, just dealing with the stress was for nothing. There was no problem to begin with. It was there, it was no issue. I already had it. And it was like, whoa, this whole time I was stressing over something that never happened and wasn't an issue to begin with. And that, I'm thankful it happened, because it was just another grounding reminder of stress is literally a choice. What was the point of stressing? There was no point to me stressing all that time. So again, it's another reminder that life gives me to just like, hey, chill, like relax. It's good to care about things, but don't over stress or over worry about things that are beyond your control, or things that aren't really as big as one makes them out to be. So wanted to share that because I was fairly recent, and it was just like a whoa. Like, it was one of those moments where I externalized myself, and I'm like, as if I was looking at myself from a third person perspective and just disappointed at letting myself get to that point. But yeah, funny story. Stress is fun. It is fun though. It does make life a bit more urgent, and I like urgency, but sometimes I need to tame it a little bit better. But yeah, that's my story. Wanted to share it for laughs and giggles. Maybe you'll get something out of it, and also just remember to like chill. It's not to relax and fuck off and not do anything, but tackle the next action one at a time, one thing at a time, one day at a time. Just work through it. As long as you're moving forward, like chill. Everything will be solved. Like, don't worry about it. You'll take care of it. Trust your future self. So anyways, that's my video for tonight. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, I really appreciate it if you consider liking and subscribing. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. And as always, I'll catch you on the next one.